everybody.
Hi everyone.
Welcome to Twinset and Purl's Knitting Podcast, episode
35.
Wow.
I know.
Who'd have thought it? Well, welcome
back.
everybody.
Yeah, welcome back if you're a returning viewer, and hello if you're a new viewer. Hopefully we'll make this entertaining for you.
I'm Jo.
I'm Rachel.
We are twins, and we knit and we design patterns, and we like to share all of our knitting adventures with you guys. So we're here today with is it only 2 weeks?
I think it's 3 weeks. Doesn't matter. But quite a lot's happened.
Yeah.
So we're going to go through some admin because it is the end of the Alpine Bloom KAL. Jo's wearing her.
Yeah. I wear it in honour
of the end of the KAL. So we do have a winner. And
so we're going to do some admin, then we have a bit of a life update.
Just because we may be talking about it, stuff in between, and we don't want to
very slightly adjust us.
We don't want to confuse, and if you're not into that, then just skip along.
Yeah, there should be some. YouTube seems to put bits in the bottom.
Yeah, and it's fairly obvious when we start talking about our FOs and stuff.
Yeah, then we'll do FOs and whips and acquisitions, and then anything else we can think of at the end. Let's see how long we've been.
Yeah. So the first admin is
the Alpine Bloom KAL.
Yeah.
So we started the KAL on the 1st of June.
Yeah.
And
you cast on straight away.
I cast on straight away because I absolutely love this pattern, and I had this gorgeous yarn that I'd had the yarn that I used for the main body for quite a while. I bought it at Beautiful Knitters. I can't remember the name of it.
Merino silk, isn't it?
Yeah. And I did a very low contrast. Well, it looks quite good it looks quite high. It looks more contrasty on the camera.
Yeah. I think that's true on a lot of the pictures that you took.
Yeah. In person, it's a little bit less contrasty, I feel.
And it's Birdstreet
yarn, Fallin
for you, which we'll feature again later.
So it's a lovely pattern. It's got the lace around the collar, and then the lovely colour work, and then I chose to do the lace on the sleeves.
So if you go and look at our the hashtag for the KAL, which was TP Alpine Bloom KAL, you can see all the lovely entrants that there were. We ran it on Instagram. We then realised how difficult it is to pick prizes from Instagram unless you're choosing your favourite. So
we picked one to win the main prize.
And by number, going down and finding that,
and then having to count down through the entries.
Yeah, and then we decided that because we'd posted quite a lot, Jo had posted hers quite a lot. Pixieyarn, who donated this beautiful skein of yarn for the prize, had posted quite a lot, and obviously it seemed a bit weird to win her yarn back. We decided that everybody else who entered is going to get a pattern prize of one of our patterns, and we will put the list of all those people in the show notes. So check, if you joined in the KAL, check the show notes and get in touch with which of our prizes you'd like. Just DM me on Instagram. So this is part of the prize. So there's this lovely skein of yarn.
It's finger weight sock yarn in merino, nylon, and stellina.
In the
colourway Whisper. You can see the stellina.
It's beautiful. Thank you to Sophie.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Purples and speckles, greys.
Donating a skein of yarn. And then this lovely pin badge, which we bought at Waltham Abbey from Adventures in Yarncraft. Thought it kind of the colours come together. And then there's this project bag, which I think is gorgeous. So hopefully,
so all that goes really nicely together.
And we will put in maybe some of Jo's stitch markers and things as a little extra.
So the person who's won the main prize is Natalia Lammy. This was Natalia's beautiful Alpine Bloom.
So you didn't have to finish to be entered, just had to join in.
Yeah.
So yeah, so that's beautiful, and I was very happy that it was a blue one. Yeah.
Close up. Look at it.
Yeah.
Oh, it looks
Stunning.
lovely. Yeah.
I think you need to do like a.
I want to do a long sleeve one, I think.
Yeah, but maybe lighter background with a dark with black or navy or burgundy or something.
A lighter colour, light colour like that.
Either that
do you
way,
mean a
no.
lighter colour?
Either or that or lighter body.
I think I'd wear a
neutral body and a dark.
no. I think I'd wear a dark body and
right.
a neutral.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, so that's the winner, and yeah, as I said, everyone else's names will be in the show notes.
Can you not just like put a?
No, it's more hassle to do it on there than just to put it in the show notes.
Okay.
So we'll put that together. Yeah, so if Natalia Lammy could get in touch with us via our email, is probably the easiest, which is twinsetandpurl@gmail.com. But it's in the show notes as well. And send me your details, and I will get that shipped out to you. And so that's what. So Jo is wearing her Alpine Bloom, and I'm wearing my Fizzy Pop cowl because the weather has turned in the UK. I had to go out this morning at 8 o'clock and it was 6 degrees. Yeah, so I'm wearing my Fizzy Pop cowl, although here it is very warm in my kitchen.
I think we should just shut that curtain.
Yeah,
because it's right on your face and you move around. So if this affects the lighting, is that better? I think that's better. Yes.
Yeah. So this is my Fizzy Pop cowl, which is patterned by Jo, and I'm wearing it also because we're running at the moment our T&P cowl KAL.
Not the easiest thing to say.
And it's only running for a month, and you only have to participate, and you need to do that on Ravelry, in our Ravelry group, in the thread. And lots of people are joining in.
We've got 50% off all of our cowl patterns at the moment with the code
KAL,
and there's a bundle.
Yeah, there's a link from Instagram.
There's also a link.
Oh yeah, the top of the post, the first post about the KAL. There's a link to a bundle of all our
which
KALs.
is all the cowls.
All our KALs. I didn't see.
Yeah, it is.
KAL.
So
and especially difficult for Ruth Loves to do.
Are all of the free cowls in the cowl bundle?
Yes.
So we have 3 free cowl patterns. Crest of a Wave cowl, not the bandana, but the cowl. The new one that you've just done, Edwina, and Loretta Road. 3
bandana
free
cowl
patterns. And then everything else.
Now you've shut the thing, I'm nowhere near as hot.
Yeah. We've also got a few charity cowl patterns which are not half price because the money goes to the charity. So
Myeloma UK.
Yeah. Are they all from myeloma?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we don't do a discount on those.
I'm just looking at our little nod.
Our little nod to autumn. It's actually really large, and we're even larger. But then all the other cowls are 50% off.
Yeah.
So you can get a cowl. You can get a pattern for £2.
Yeah.
And then join in the cowl.
Yeah.
In the cowl.
You only have to cast on and show us a little bit and say what yarn you're using, and chat to people.
And a lot of them are one skein, aren't they?
Yeah.
So you know, really good for gift knitting.
Yeah. So get in the chat and join the Ravelry group. We're getting up to, well, we've got 170 members, but you know, the more the merrier.
Cool.
So yeah, and then that's running till the end of the month, and the prizes will be picked, I think, and we're going to give 3 patterns, which can be not our patterns,
yeah,
obviously, since you had to buy one of our patterns to join in. So, yeah, and then the 1st of November, we are starting the Bridgerton Sock-a-long in time for leading up to season 3 of Bridgerton, which is in December. So the KAL will run from November to December.
To knit any of our Bridgerton sock patterns.
And whips will be allowed again.
So we've got 2.
We really just want people to join in.
Yeah. How many? You've got 12 plus the 2 new ones.
15 plus the 2 new ones. There's 8 in season 1.
Oh, right.
7 in season 2. And then King George socks will be coming out on the 1st of November. And then the Colin and Penelope socks will be coming out. We haven't 100% decided when, because I'm designing them with, that's my other whip that I can't show. I can't show you. They're secret. And I'm designing them with Birdstreet yarn. So, yeah, we'll work out when we're going to actually publish the pattern. Yeah, I'm kind of leaning towards King George being a free pattern, because of the KAL. And I want everyone to join in and be able to join in. So if you ever wanted our patterns and couldn't afford them, then I would say message us and we would definitely gift you the pattern. And I know that's a big deal for some people to actually manage to do, but there's no judgment here. And
we just want everybody to
join in, and I think that's the point. And the prize for the
I might even cast on another pair of socks.
Oh my God.
Although I have got a Bridgerton whip.
You have.
Can't find it, but I've got one somewhere.
I think that I want to knit another pair of Queen Charlotte socks because it's my favourite pattern, and I knitted them in one of my favourite skeins of yarn that Birdstreet.
And you gave them away?
No, somebody chose them. A friend. I gave them the choice, and she chose them, and they got taken. So yeah. Yeah, so we just want everyone to join in, and I think the prizes are going to be like skeins of yarn, basically.
I thought it would be patterns.
No, that's for the.
Oh, that's for the KAL. Sorry.
I think like a three prizes.
We'll go through our stash.
Yeah, 3 prizes.
Unless
sock
any
yarn
dyers out there would like to donate some yarn to our prize draw.
That would be absolutely lovely if anyone did.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Cool. So a little bit of life admin first. You want to do lonely socks? Okay, do
lonely socks is more admin.
Yeah. Okay. So a few episodes ago, we talked about
sorry for the crinkling.
Our stepmom's sister, who has a prosthetic. No, doesn't have a prosthetic leg anymore. She has one leg, and Rachel gave her a pair of socks, and we were talking about there's a I don't know if it's a charity or if it's just
it's a charity that sets it up.
Oh, right.
So that people are partnered with somebody who would share a pair of shoes with them.
So we're thinking about all the socks that people knit, where they only knit one and they don't knit the other sock. So
these are the 3rd lot we've received.
Yeah, so we've received
quite a few. Apologies for not showing the other ones, but they are in my bottom drawer, which is surrounded by yarn. So at the moment we couldn't go and get them, but I'll just show them quickly like a bundle of socks. But what I wanted to show, which is brilliant, is that they have written, this is what I asked people to write, the number of stitches and the size that you would say it is. So that's perfect.
Yeah.
So we've now probably got 14 pairs.
Oh, I like those or that one.
Yeah, it's an opal.
Ah, jazzy.
So, do you remember that?
What's that?
Oh no, it's not 100% the same.
No, because it's got speckles.
I have to whisper something to Jo.
No, I remember.
You remember? Right.
Yeah.
If you know, you know, you know. Yeah, so that's brilliant. So I think we're getting at the stage where we can actually contact the charity and ask what we should do. And also, I did have a thought that if you knitted a pair of socks and you didn't like them, 2 people could have those socks. You know what I mean? 2 one-footed people could have those socks. So, which I don't mean it's horrible to say the socks you don't like give away, but people who don't knit the second sock obviously didn't
like the first sock enough to want to knit two.
So that's our little lonely sock update. But thank you to everybody who sent them in, and if you do have some, just get in touch and I will give you my mailing address for you to send them to me, and then we will sort them out.
Perfect.
Yeah.
So now life admin.
Yeah, now you can say life admin.
So some of you might have noticed that Rachel is not wearing any glasses. She's not wearing any glasses because Thursday she had cataract surgery on her left eye.
So I now have a bionic eye. And I'm in a little bit of a state of limbo, or wonkiness, as I like to call it, because my left eye can see perfectly for distance, but not for close up. And my right eye can see perfectly at close up, but not at distance. So I constantly feel conflicted. No, I'm fine. It went amazingly well. It was over in, like, they say it takes 20 minutes. It literally took 5 minutes, with that 20 minutes for all the palaver around it. I had a little bit of pain twice. I don't want to put anyone off, but before you have the surgery done, they have to see where your eye is level, because when you lie down it moves and it looks like they're coming at you with a compass and it goes in your eye, and it's discomfort, it's not pain. But he said that's the worst bit. So I'm like, okay, it's fine. The worst bit was when they put the drape over you and then they cut into the bit where they're going to do the surgery, and he says, keep your eyes open, I don't want to trim your eyelashes.
That's his little joke, isn't it? Like when I had my pacemaker fitted, the doctor's like, oh, let's going to Google how to fit a pacemaker. The light's really bad.
So
don't you think the light's really bad?
No, we'll see when we start holding stuff up. It'll be fine. Yeah, so it might be, I do know the person who operated on me. So he used to work in the John Radcliffe with me. So a bit of a blast.
Yeah, so she's having the second one done in a few weeks.
I am, and then I'll be completely.
So you won't need glasses at all?
No. Well, I need reading glasses.
Oh, I didn't bring you a pair. I was meant to bring you a pair.
Right, don't worry.
Anyway.
I can't wear a pair of anything at the moment.
It has been 3 weeks since our last podcast, because in the 3 weeks. So after the podcast, I discovered I was positive for COVID. I went home.
Was that after Yarndale?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I went home, had a week off work. Then had migraines for a week.
Yeah.
Then I caught my husband went to London, caught a non-COVID lurgy, and he's giving it to me. And I'm feeling better today.
And I was supposed to go to Lisbon last Saturday. Got called an hour before we left for the airport by my doctor to say, I don't want you to fly. So I've had a few added health issues, which they're sorting out. Don't worry about me, I'm fine. They're sorting it all out, but she didn't want me to fly. So that immediately voided my travel insurance. So we didn't go. We managed to get a full refund, but I caught COVID instead. So so that was a nice weekend. I had no symptoms really.
You've had it twice with no symptoms.
I've had it twice.
I've had it twice with horrible
I think I
symptoms.
slightly had more symptoms this time, in that I did have a runny nose, and I was like sweating for 2 days, and then I was absolutely fine, and then I tested negative like 3 days later. So it was a really quick one, but I did cancel my COVID jab. I'm postponing it.
But we're very glad that we're able to get together today. Because we don't know when we're going to get, because we're not meeting up next week or the week after, and then it's the week after that. So we need to do another podcast then.
We're getting a bit boring.
Yeah, we are. Okay, so are we going? We're doing FOs?
Yeah. I'm going to take this off.
You can start because you've got the biggest FO.
I have a garment. Finally, off the needles. My
Disappointed you're not wearing it.
Do you want me to put it on? Journey, that was my 3mm.
No, just show it, it's fine.
So this is my Silka tee, which I knitted in Holstgarn Coast, which is 55% wool and 45% cotton in the colourway Citrus. And it's, as you can see, we decided, Joe and I talked about this quite a lot, and we decided that I was going to do a tee and wear it over long sleeve tops in the autumn and the spring. And I ended up doing 13 inches, and then that's supposed to be 2 inches of rib, but
that's not 2 inches of rib.
Anyway, I blocked it, I wet blocked it because Holstgarn has quite a lot of spinning oil in it, and this does really bloom when you wash it. So I washed it in soak, but not non-rinse of stuff you didn't have to rinse. But then I rinsed it, and it did. You could see like the grease. Yeah. So I just kept rinsing until it was not like that, and then I blocked it, and I think it's. I tried it on before I blocked it, and it fitted nicely. But I did want it.
Have you tried it on since
like,
you've done it?
No, slightly more positive ease.
Yeah. No, it's nice.
So, but then I left it sitting with the ends. I didn't weave the ends in until this morning, and I really wish I had now because it's cold, and I will wear it with a thing. But I wanted to wear it with my linen trousers, so that's not going to happen until the spring time. But anyway, yeah. So I highly recommend this yarn
and the pattern.
Yeah, the pattern's lovely, and I am thinking about doing a long sleeve version. Although not for a cotton picking minute.
3mm needles for a sweater is,
So it's lovely, and the fabric, the wool is, if you do like a kind of light, if you're up for a fingering weight sweater.
I love a fingering weight sweater. I don't know what these people moan about.
So I think I even had a bigger row gauge than my row gauge was so I had bigger stitches because it said to do 133 rows,
right,
and I ended up doing 118. So yeah, so you've seen that before, but it's finally off the needles. Cool. How many FOs have you got?
I've got 2 FOs.
Oh, that's quite good. I've got 3. So
I have another Maggie.
Oh, you finished it, and we didn't bring sock blockers in for you to show off.
Oh, it's all right.
Amazing.
So this is my 4th Maggie, and it's knit with. I'll show you the little bits of yarn I got left. A Zara ball, which was in the colourway Late Autumn, and Eden Cottage yarn in walnut.
Oh, walnut.
I think it's called walnut, and it's got alpaca. I think it's alpaca and silk.
Their blend with. Oh, they stopped doing that blend.
I got it in
a while ago.
Discontinued, I think. I bought 7 balls of it, and but I'm loving this together.
So how many have you got left now, do you think?
I think I've got 3 left. So
you need to hold. I know it's not gonna. It's a very subtle ball. I mean, it might be easy if you show it on the other side if you want to see the colours. But
it kind of goes from, there's like a dark sort of navy blue,
charcoaly,
to a paley mauvey grey, through a chestnut.
Yeah.
And
When you pop it on.
I added I'd added to the set. I did a double middle section because I had weighed the yarn to use up as much of the yarn as possible. Yeah. Cool.
So do you think any people could do that on any of your crescent patterns?
Yeah. So what I did was I finished the third section. I weighed the yarn at the beginning, finished the third section, knew how much I needed to do the end.
Yeah.
Then when I got halfway, I weighed it again. When I'd done the full amount, so it's 18 repeats I think for the middle. When I'd done that, I weighed it again and I knew I had enough to.
Right. And you did?
To double it. So I did.
Little nuggets left over.
And then you get this bit of a longer tail.
Yeah, it's lovely.
But
it's lovely with your jumper.
Yeah, and the
It's
two
got a
different
burgundy in it as well.
Yeah, and the yarn, the durables is wool and nylon, and then the other yarn is alpaca, and it gives quite a. There's quite a texture to it, isn't there?
The Zowerball is kind of like a kinky, a little bit kinky.
Yeah, where it's 2 ply, isn't it?
And it does give a
just love the edge.
And the slip stitch.
Yeah.
And the I-cord, where you see the
everything. Yeah, everything about it. Maggie's perfect.
Yeah.
And you can see on here, like you can see the stripes. I think you can see stripes.
Okay.
I'm not going to keep it on because I'm a bit hot. But yeah, I didn't immediately cast on another one.
But you have.
But I have casted on another shawl. So I'll be sharing that in a little while.
Oh, so you haven't cast on another Maggie?
No.
Oh, I am surprised. Right, so I've got 2 pairs of socks to show. So it's like sock talk now.
Yeah.
So I finished my October.
Not October. Shawl. We'll come up with
Shenanigans. So these were September's, weren't they? Not October's. Yeah, because we're in October now. So these were September's Birdstreet yarn socks, and
they're lovely.
They are my copper conifer pattern.
The first pattern.
One of the first ones. This was with Blue Fern yarns.
What was the calico quilt? Was the first
and
one?
No, Pixieyarn plaid.
Oh yeah, I've not knit Pixieyarn.
Shorty ones. Yeah, so this is in the colourway Sleeping with the Fishes, and then the heels, toes, and that little pop of cuff is Caramel Malabrigo Ultimate Sock.
My question to you is, how do you decide when you just do a little touch of colour on the cuff, when you do the whole cuff? What made you choose to do just a touch?
I don't know. I think it was because we wanted to do, it was a sock set, and I didn't want to do the whole cuff in that colour. We were doing it on the yarn she gave me. She gave me yarn.
Oh, sorry, it's in the pattern.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't realise.
I know, it's in the actual, I followed the pattern.
Oh,
everybody.
I didn't realise it was in the pattern.
No, it's in the pattern. I followed the pattern.
Okay, fine.
So it's copper conifer. We will link it below. And the yarn is Birdstreet Sleeping with the Fishes. And it's lovely.
Yes, beautiful.
Yeah. I don't know if you could look at the... I had a sock pattern out, but I don't have the socks. Oh, go on then.
Are we doing that now?
No, I just thought about it.
All right, okay. Am I showing mine now then? My info. So, drum roll. Jo has knit
a pair of
2 socks. So these are the Una socks by...
It's been a long time.
Can't remember.
Will be in the show notes.
It's from 52 Weeks of Socks, and it's part of Ruth Loves to Knit, Dust 'em Off Mal. because
These were as well, because this pattern's been in my library. Which I think is a bit of a cheat. But
so I'd had that book for a long time and not knit anything out of it.
I want to show them off.
So I love this pattern and I love this yarn, apart from this one. It's got pink splodges.
Oh,
And that one hasn't.
that looks like you've got some bleach on it.
Yeah.
That's weird.
Yeah. So the yarn started to get these
Peachy.
Yeah. So this is the yarn I used. It's called Cranberry and it's from
Look at that. How it's pulled.
Celtic Raven Fibres.
How annoying.
That I bought in Canada.
You're going to block them?
Yeah, I guess. I only kitchen of the toe this morning. So,
Oh, they're lovely, Jo. Very impressed. I don't like the eye of partridge.
I know you don't. So yeah. I love this pattern. It's really nice pattern to knit.
Very nice.
And I love the little double garter up the 2 garter stitches up the edge of the heel.
That's how you can do your heels from now on.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
I'm
very impressed
I'm
that
a
you...
bit disappointed by the pink, the peachy bit. But I don't know if you'll tell when you're wearing it.
Well, your foot will be in the shoe. Are you going to wear them with boots or...?
I don't tend to wear
No.
socks with...
Wear them at home, don't you?
Well, they smell nice because they've had a lavender bag
Quite a lot
in
of
there.
space there. That's better.
I think something moved it.
Yeah, probably touch something.
So, yeah.
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 And then very quickly,
I could look up who made
Oh, go on then.
Una. It'll be in my...
What?
That's weird. Create your first post. I lost my account.
I don't know.
Anyway, don't worry.
Let's have a look. That might be worth stopping the video for. Just close it and open it again.
What, close Instagram?
Yeah. Yeah. Right, so I have also finished these socks I cast on in Malarigo sock in the colourway Gobber, just vanilla socks, and this was for the Crazy Spooky Mal, the Crazy Sock Lady is running. I have not posted.
Karen Burrell
Okay.
did the Una socks.
They will be in the show note. That will be information will be in the show notes because they've been in the show notes before.
They have, yes.
Yeah. So these are just vanilla 64 stitches, 2x2 rib cuff, 60 row leg.
I love that.
Yeah, it's beautiful, isn't it? The colour, the yarn is just stunning.
Have you got any left over?
Yes, you can have it if you want it.
Thank you.
Do you want it for scrappy socks?
I might have it for something I'm going to show later.
Ah. Yeah, so thoroughly enjoyed knitting knitting that yarn, and I've got another thing waiting to cast on for the Mal, which ends at the end of October. So I may not manage to do it.
I thought it goes to the end of the year.
Oh no, the
not
Crazy Spooky
sorry.
Mal.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
And but it is just participating, so I might cast on so Mary, who's our step mum's sister, has asked me to knit her a long 1 knee-high sock to match her winter dry row because she does outdoor swimming, and it just happens to be orange and the same colour as a skein of yarn I dyed. So I'm going to cast that on.
I'll get that done in a couple of days. Yeah. Right, are we on to whips then?
Yes.
Am I going first?
How many have you got?
So I've got 2 1 skein shawls,
Yeah.
which we won't go into a lot of detail, but I will be putting out the test call after the weekend. It will be on Instagram. There are 3 shawls. The Power of 3.
Now been named.
Now been named. I can't remember which one we called them though.
Phoebe's
the textured.
one.
Lacy one is
Prue. Are we having Prue or Piper?
And
Sit here and watch Paige. Sit here and watch.
Paige was going to be.
Watch birds fly around.
Paige was going to be. Paige is going to be the lacy one.
Yeah.
So this is the lacy one skein shawl. I've just got over halfway. Started the decreases.
Both sides are lovely.
Written the pattern. The yarn is Birdstreet sock yarn in the colourway Ephemera, and so
Lovely.
people can. I think we'll hit 1 person per shawl, if you know what I mean. A couple of people per shawl.
Yeah.
But
or if you get more
I don't want people to knit all. You'll get the pattern for all 3 because there's all in one pattern.
But you don't feel like
but
you
don't
need
need to knit 3 for the test knit. And this is Phoebe. It's the textured shawl. This one is in Knitting for Olive merino cotton in the colour dark ochre.
Lovely. Is that 250 metres per 150 grams? Or?
Yes,
yeah.
But
Are you making it?
That's over half. This is where I joined the second
right.
ball in, so it's over halfway.
So a normal skein of yarn will be fine.
Yeah.
Cool. I like this one.
I haven't brought the garter one, but the other one is just garter. I will be re-knitting it in a colour that goes with those two for the pattern photos. So that call will go on Twinset and Purl Monday or Tuesday, and then the pattern will be ready to start next weekend. So there's a few edits to go.
Yeah.
And I'll be explaining kind of how to get the most out of your skein.
Brilliant.
So
I like this one.
You know, you can do things like obviously add tassel on each end if you've got some yarn left over, because you don't necessarily want it massively long.
This one makes me feel like you're channeling your inner Vera Stanhope.
Yeah. So and just a little. I made this the other day. A little stitch marker.
Oh, is it a pumpkin?
It's a bead, but it looks a bit like a pumpkin.
It does look like a pumpkin.
I've got one for you in there.
Okay,
in the other room.
That's right.
In the other room.
Cool.
So they will that will.
And how many stitches do you get to?
69 or 70 stitches.
Wow, it's amazing, isn't it? How.
I wore the garter one the other day, and it's just perfect.
Yeah.
For, you know, kind of if you want something to wear inside or just inside your coat.
And that's in your new.
But this is in my new
little grey girl.
Little grey girl. And the other one's in my old little grey girl.
I can't believe you managed to fit that in there. Don't know why.
Dooney.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's 2 of my whips.
Right.
I have been working on those this week to get them that little bit further along.
Let's talk about my maybe, which is coming along. It's a bit of a labour of love, although what I've been doing lately, and I've talked about this before, is I try and do at least 30 minutes a day on all my whips.
Fiona was talking about that on the Botanicalyarn.
And then
a leaf out of your book.
Yeah, and then depending on what deadlines I've got and things like that, the rest of the day will be on a certain project. So I often I awake early, so I've done 2.5 hours or 3.5 hours of 30 minutes of whips by the time I get up.
The time you talk to me.
Yeah, well, maybe not. Maybe I'm doing more than I'm talking. But that's Maggie's living in my lovely Fruitful Fusion bag with beautiful fabric inside, lots of pockets. I was actually thinking it might be getting slightly too big, but then if I follow your rules, it's going to fit there till the end. So I am now on the decreases. Let's just make sure we don't pull any stitches off. That's the right side. And I've as you can see, I think we talked about it last time, the beginning does look very Hogwarts. The light is not good, is it? But then it goes to, and then it came, these colours started, which I loved.
I think that's lovely because it's right in the middle.
Yeah. And then because it's knitted, the yarn is dyed to start like yet again. I'm now repeating the blues and yellows.
But they're not so wide because it's got more stitches.
Yeah.
It's quite nice, isn't it?
And then this, hopefully, I weighed my yarn, and when I got to the middle I had 52 grams left, so I'm going to have 4 grams. Should have 4 grams left. So I do hope we get to have this as a tip.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know if mentally when you start a decrease, it just seems like it's going quicker now. And I haven't decreased that many stitches yet because it's only every 6 row in the middle bit, in the first lot of decrease.
What happened there?
Oh, there was a knot, so I joined it properly. Yeah. So
Lovely.
hopefully it will be finished soon, and we'll be able to post it on the Earth Yarns. We'll post it on their website for us.
Perfect.
But just a little, so the Maggie pattern, ruh-roh, what happened? The black ball of yarn's gone somewhere. Might have to leave that there for now. Where's the...
Don't worry about it.
Is a pattern, a charity pattern.
Sorry.
That
we're not having a good time today with light
but you love us. You can put up with it, can't you? The money from the pattern goes to raise money for Maggie's Centre in Oxford. And initially, when we released the pattern, we gave the pattern sales and all our pattern sales. We raised £700, but since then we've raised over £100 just from selling the pattern. So and
we've now got. We should auction that one off as well.
Yeah.
A raffle. It's going to be a raffle. We've got 3, maybe 4
to ration.
to ration. To raffle off. We just need to get in touch with the charity.
They're going to be doing it, so the tickets will be in Oxford, but
because
we're hoping that
you have to be you have to have a gambling license, I think, or something to do a raffle.
They do raffles.
Yeah, so. And we don't do raffles. So yes, they'll be organising that. But there's no reason why they wouldn't have like a QR code or something, I think, maybe. Anyway.
We'll find out more information and you might be able to buy tickets online or something. So we'll...
Cool. So this is my other whip that people have seen, and then the rest of them are new.
Right.
So this is the Morris cowl.
You joined in the round yet?
You don't join in the round.
Oh, I know, sorry.
He's knit flat all the way. Yeah, so this is the version that's in Knitting for Olive Pure Silk. And you're going to get this nice Morris lace. Will be coming down the side of your cowl.
Where my
fizzy pops
were. Yeah.
But I haven't been doing very much on that because it's a silk version. I am going to start a new version.
Right.
And part of it is my acquisition.
Okay.
So I'll be showing you the yarn for the next Morris.
Right.
In the
So you've talked about that. If anyone wants to know more details.
Yes, I've talked about this before. The yarn is called, the colourway is Lamb's Ear. And I'm going to finish it, obviously.
But more of a spring version.
More of a spring version. So,
although I imagine you could wear it in the house.
Yeah. Yeah, I think for the pattern release,
that's your cocoon tree.
Yeah, cocoon tree bag that I got at Yarndale. I think for pattern release, it'd be nice to have the 2 versions, and they do quite go together. So
that'd be brilliant.
I'm going to add a mohair there into the other one. We'll show you in a bit.
Ooh. So, this is my other whip that has been talked about before. My other two are new. So this is my Ho-He Fall KAL.
And that ends at the end of November. So are you on track to finish?
I don't know. Haven't done any. I did have I was given a challenge this week, shall we say, and have not knitted on it for a couple of days. I will get some done today, but I have made progress since we last spoke. So I am knitting a place of peace wrap, which is it's knitted in the pattern. This section would be mohair, but I'm knitting it in Isaiah Alpaca 1, which is a lace weight alpaca yarn from Isaiah. And then my other two yarns are Isaiah Alpaca 2, which is obviously alpaca, but more of it's a light fingering weight, 250 meters per 50 grams. And
how many you've got?
So I've completed section 1. I'm on section 3. Oh, I've completed repeat 1, and I'm on section 3 of repeat 2, and I have to do another full repeat and then another repeat minus a little bit.
Right.
So, but it is once
so
you
that's about a third.
Don't know.
So you've got another repeat and then another repeat and then half a repeat.
No.
Sorry.
Yeah, I've got to finish.
How many sections of this?
So I've got to
piece
finish that. I've got to finish this.
Yeah.
And which is, yeah.
So do you have three full sections of stripes and 2 half sections, or do you have 2 halves?
3,
Yeah.
definitely. So I have got quite a lot more to do.
So you're about a third. You're about a third.
Third, yeah. But when like, for example, when you're on this section in your half an hour knitting, you just want to keep going and finish it. So
yeah.
Yeah.
What is 4mm needles, is it?
Yeah. So, and then you put all these.
It's going to be very warm when
Then you put all these tassels.
How many
on.
tassels are there?
You're going to do it.
No, I'm not.
You did. You said last time.
I said you're going to expect me to do it.
Yeah. So, but I love it, and I'm not joining in for a prize, so
no,
I won't be posting probably.
It's the tassels that make it for me.
Yeah. And I'm also doing it in these nice light colours, so it can be for the springtime. So yeah. But I'm just glad I managed to get my Ho-He project bag, and I feel like I'm joining in, although I'm not posting. It's been rubbish lately, and I should post a bit more of my knitting rather than my other things that are going on.
So
on the youngest but between. When are you going to talk about that? I was going to say
before I talk about my next whip, I'm going to show you something that Rachel. Right. So
I might actually be having an influence on her.
She bought me a notebook, and I've turned it into Jo's knitting notes. The sticker is from Knitwit in Portland, Maine, for my trip last year. That seems like a long time ago.
Yeah.
It's only a year. And inside I've written October 2023. To make my sister happy, I'm going to start recording my projects in this book. And I've got 3 projects recorded so far. I've got 1 more to add in. No, in fact, I've got 2 more to add in. Yeah, so that's Jo's knitting.
I got them off. I got 3 in a pack
It's like
from
a
Amazon.
revision notebook, isn't it?
Yeah, but
Right.
they're perfect because
Yeah.
this year I've been using a moleskin. I don't know what you call, quite a narrow, thin, like a narrow.
I know what exactly.
Yeah, and it will have lasted. I think it's going to last me the whole year. One book, so it's pretty good.
Yeah.
But I'm moving to one of those next year.
Yeah. So I have cast on 3 projects since we last met. Since I last confessed
my knitting sins.
Yeah. And this one is in a bag from Birdstreet Yarn, which when I saw it, not Birdstreet Yarn, Botanicalyarn, when I saw it at a show, I was like, that's mine. I'm having that. And it is a northeasterly blanket.
Ooh.
Now, I saw a northeasterly on It's a Sarah podcast. She's doing a scrappy northeasterly, and I think that's the only way you could do a northeasterly scrappy. So
unless your power of planning is amazing.
And I realised I've got lots of little bits of 4-ply yarn. So
What, just then?
No, I realised because I was looking for yarn to design the next accessories club,
Right.
and I found a whole load of bits because I was looking for some stuff to swatch with for it, and I found a whole load of bits. So I started a northeasterly, and I'm absolutely loving it.
Wow.
So it's a chevron, which is quite appropriate. I thought it was going very well with the bag.
Yeah. So that's all your bits in there, is it?
This is all my bits in there, and this is, so I'm knitting it on 2.75mm double points, which I've bought several versions of, and I finally found some that I like.
Knit Pro Zings.
Knit Pro Zings. I bought these ones first. Knit Pro Smart Sticks. And when I look at them, they look like they've got no tips on. Tips look blunt. But when you hold one against the zing, they don't actually look that different.
Maybe slightly flatter.
Yeah. But yeah, so really irritating.
I can have those to knit Dad's socks.
You can. There you go, there's the other one. There's another one in there somewhere. There you go. Because I started off on these, but the stitches were falling off.
Yeah.
So then I bought some of these. They're too long. I can't get used to straight needles anymore.
No.
I keep hitting my arms.
You could put that on the end of your DPM.
I'm on the end of there.
Yeah.
I might do that, yeah.
I think I've got some upstairs, some Nova.
And then I found this, which is what I'm going to keep it on hold. But in the pattern, they suggest doing about 6 inches and then putting it on hold and joining in the next thing. Well, I was like, why would you do that? I'm just going to knit until I've got the length I want.
Yeah. And some people do them sideways. So it's not the length.
Oh, right. Well, I don't know. I'm just keeping going. It's like, what difference does it make? You're doing the same pattern. Although I have changed the pattern.
Of course. Beautiful though.
I won't tell you what I've done. So far, we've got a bit of the yarn that was used for...
Are we going through?
No. Silver Dollar.
Oh.
And with a bit of mohair I just added in. And I don't know
What's
what
that one?
That's the same one.
Oh.
I don't know what that is. That's some mole view, very woolly, and then the next bit is alpaca.
Yeah, lovely.
Yeah.
That can just be...
So yeah, I'm just doing
like evenings and...
Yeah, and I was like, is that alpaca a bit too long? I don't care, I'm just going to knit till I've done it all. And keep going.
Yeah, when you've got the whole thing, you're not going to...
I've got this bag of bits.
I'm going to give you some bits.
And I'm going to add those bits to it. Looking forward to doing
Yeah.
the bright yellow.
I'm going to give you some bits.
Yeah.
That was Mondine, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That's my not one thing.
You didn't get to go to Mondine.
Didn't get to go to Mondine in Lisbon, but not Mondine, Retrosario Primar. But or however you say retro.
Yeah.
But obviously spending time with my friend was the thing that I...
Right. So that's my...
Right, so what else have you cast on?
I've got 2 more cast-ons. A shawl and a cardigan.
I'll do my socks and then I'll do that. So these are my October Birdstreet socks in Fallin for You, which is absolutely beautiful. I don't know what's going on.
Sorry, peeps.
Apologies for the poor quality of this very unprofessional podcast. And I'm on the heel flap. They did initially start off as Home for Christmas socks, which is a pattern that I designed last year with Birdstreet yarn.
You couldn't see
Christmas. But when you couldn't, A, you couldn't see the pattern very well, and B, I dropped the stitch and I could not. It was like 25 rows to frog back, to tink back, and I tried, and I lost the will to live. So I put my needle in by the ribbing and started a vanilla sock.
Oh, I think you might have to lend them to me and to wear with my jumper.
And the burgundy is, I think, some Botanicalyarn from the way it's wound. Don't know what it is. Was that in my Amethyst Glow? One of them. Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah, so I've got quite a lot of sock knitting to do before the end of October.
But we're not halfway through.
Yeah, so yeah. But I really I'm enjoying knitting this colourway, and if you can get your hands on some, thoroughly.
It is beautiful.
Yeah. So hold it closer.
I've got some left over that I'm going to make some shorties.
Yeah. Beautiful.
Yeah.
And that's living in my L'Occitane bag that I bought the set for the bag.
So I've got another whip, and it's living in my Fat Squirrel. Is that
It's a sweater
size bag. And they're really lovely bags. If you get a chance to buy one, and one of
I
their
really
updates,
want a sock one.
It's like a heavy denim, isn't it? It's really lovely. And this is screwed up pattern, but it's the olive kimono style cardigan by Hoki Locatelli.
Very nice.
And I'm knitting it in the yarn I got from Laxton's at Yarndale, which is BFL Masham.
BFL Masham.
I think it's a natural colour, isn't it? It's like a natural.
Yeah, it was part of the gradient.
Yeah.
Natural gradient, wasn't it? The gradient you bought from them.
This is how far I got. So you start with a little section of garter, and then you...
So is that the neck band is in garter?
Yeah.
When you come back to pick it up?
Yeah. And then you cast on for each shoulder. Yeah, it does. It's gorgeous. You cast on for each shoulder, and then you do some short rows.
And now
you carry and knitting straight, and then you pick up along this edge and the band
and knit down.
And you've got a garter band
as you go. Wow, that's really good, because that's one thing that puts me off.
And it's all knit on 3.5mm needles, apart from the cuff and the bottom band.
Nice.
So it's like, but I have got the most ridiculous needle. So I bought this needle. I think it was reduced somewhere, but I thought 3.5. I have so many projects on 3.5mm needles. I just buy loads of them. But this is a fixed choku. Look how long the cord is. It literally, I can try a sweater on That
So
cord.
you get tangled every time you try and knit with it.
Oh, sorry.
Too funny.
Yeah, but this yarn is lovely, and
It's so good that you're using it straight away.
yeah, yes. But I'm not going to. No, so this design is a longer length cardigan, and I'm not going to knit it that long.
So let's just let me have a quick look.
It's 18 inches.
Does it have any like pattern on it?
No.
That's what you wanted.
It's going to be but this is the schema for it. So it's quite a simple design. But it's 18 inches from under the arm. So I'm going to do, I think I'm probably going to do about 14.
And when did we work out it's published?
I don't think we did.
Oh,
I think it's a reasonably old pattern.
yeah.
Yeah. So that's my,
Oh, he doesn't seem to age though.
no, that's one of my new cast ons. But it's going to be, it's one of these do in the morning for 30 minutes before work, kind of.
So I've got one more.
And see how quickly it grows. If I did that for every day,
Yeah.
we'll see by the next
Definitely.
podcast how much I've done.
So I've got one more I've cast on a new garment, and it's living in my Yarnicorn Stitches tea bag. And it is the Quayside Tea by Tanis Laverley of Tanis Fibre Arts. And it's it's a DK. I think hers has got silk in the yarn. And I decided that I loved it, loved the pattern, and I wanted something that was like, not a vest, I don't know what else you'd call them, but to wear over long sleeve top t-shirts or a blouse or something.
Slip-over.
Yeah, like a slip over. And
So you're not cutting sleeves? You've not got sleeves?
no,
All right, okay.
it's got like a band of, I should have got a picture of it.
I can find it. What's it called again?
Quayside Tea. Quay. Anyway, it's got these stripes on it, and I'm knitting mine in Rowan felted tweed, which I had for a different vest, a Rowan vest, which Sandy Tom, if you're watching, I cast on and I frogged it. She's knitting the same one.
So this is that's the
Detail.
sleeve. Yeah.
Yeah, so there's a cable and a yarn over, going up, and it's a split hem.
Right. So it's a boxy shape, and then it's just got a cuff.
Yeah. And it's taken me longer than I thought. In my 30 minutes I can do about 5 rows.
How many stitches have you got?
About 104, I think it's 146. Yeah, so it's
lovely. I like it that way round.
Yeah. So I chose the contrast.
I do like the wrong side of stocking stitch.
So my main colour is called, I think it's called Seafarer, but
Oh, it's lovely.
it's colour 170 in the Rowan felted tweed, and then this one is
I might need some of that.
colour.
Wait, did you buy that
157.
at the same time?
No,
Right.
157, shade 157.
I think I might need a hat.
I don't know the name. I bought it to make a hat and then did this instead. So yeah, so it's got the cable and the eyelets. And
literally, I have so much yarn that I could knit a
Yeah.
hat with before I buy any more yarn
Yeah.
for a hat.
so I'm not sure, and I will know pretty soon. From the meterage, I should have enough yarn, but I'm not. I didn't skate swatch, and
You could do a quick count now.
but what I was thinking was that I could do. This is the back. This is flat, obviously. And seamed. I could do the front in a completely different colour, but still with that as the contrast. and
like a cream.
well, like
Creamy one
or a grey.
Oh yeah,
Like
that'd be nice.
There's so many colours in Rowan Felted Tweed.
As long as it's got a little bit of blue in it, I think you'll be fine.
Yeah. And then I'm not sure what I would do for the no, I think I'd do maybe the front colour for the sleeves. Yeah. So
Lovely.
but I'll know obviously by the time I finish the back. But
yeah.
the thing is that I bought it a while ago and I can't find the same dye lot. So
yeah,
I would worry that it would, and I wouldn't want to buy it without, I guess I could go to Oxford Yarn Store and try and match it. I might only need like another ball or something, but anyway, I'm loving it so far.
Why don't you do just one section in another colour?
Yeah.
And then you could do the cuffs in that colour.
Yeah.
If you run out of yarn.
Yeah, so this is going to become my main knitting once I've finished a couple of designs and finished Maggie. And then that can become the main, or maybe the Place of Peace will, but who knows. Yeah, so I'm really enjoying it, and the pattern is lovely. There are a couple
You haven't tried your curly cable needle yet?
What's my curly cable?
You bought the curly cable needle.
Oh no, I haven't. Using that one. Cocoa knits one. Yeah, forgot about that. Find that. Right, that's my last one. You've got?
I've got one more, and I posted this on Instagram the other day because it all was matching so well. Had to be an Instagram post. So this bag is by Butternut Handmade
Conchita
Purl. It's beautiful circles, white circles on a red.
We really are wonky now,
are we?
I don't know what's going on.
Sorry, peeps. Tilt your heads slightly. So,
just listen to us.
I bought yarn from.
You've shown this.
I have, yeah. I bought yarn from No Frills, which is my LYS.
Because you keep doing that in your elbows.
Is it?
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. That doesn't do anything.
Yes, it just did it then. Oh my god.
And
so I've put up with all my life.
Shut up. It's knitting for olive merino, and the colours blood orange,
gorgeous,
and sky.
I don't know that I would call that sky.
It's cloud. Cloud in. Is it Norwegian? I don't know. Knitting for olive. It's from Norway, is it? Anyway, and then it's translated into sky.
Right.
Which that one is.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
Blood orange.
So it's gorgeous.
Yeah, I love those colours. And the yarn itself is absolutely gorgeous. I'm loving it.
And
anyway,
it looks like it's going a long way.
Yeah. And this is my new design. So I have bought a cream waterproof coat. This is going to be what I wear with my cream waterproof coat. And it's Cecil numbers.
Yep.
And this simple slip stitch garter stitch stripe pattern. And I'm absolutely loving it.
That's lovely. I love it too.
And I stopped in at No Frills in the week. Didn't buy any yarn. Bought some bits for our Advent swap. But I was so tempted. They've got a really lovely dark forest green and bright pink. And I was like, wouldn't that look good? So yeah, I was very tempted. But I'm not going to buy any until more.
I think I might like bright pink and navy.
I'm not going to buy any more until I've finished this one.
Yeah.
And I might let myself. Good. Also, I was thinking maybe the dark green with a bright pink mohair might be nice.
You've seen Sophie's magenta. Yeah.
So yeah, cool. So somebody could perhaps test knit and knit one in Botanical Yarn.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Does it
I'm
look
absolutely
different?
loving it.
What? I don't know. Maybe it's just my eyes.
And then my progress keeper is a little toadstool.
Oh,
From Loop London.
hold it a bit closer.
So yeah, it's all very matchy. I'm loving it.
Yeah, it's really hard not to knit on that.
Yeah. I've been a very good girl this week.
I was going to say, I know what I'd want to knit on. And it would be the beautiful yarn.
Yeah.
Right,
so that's all the whips. How many acquisitions have you
I
got?
have 3.
And I've done it again. Sorry. You've got 3 acquisitions.
Yeah.
I've got 2.
Okay then. Let's start with the one that probably was bought first. So I saw on Instagram, I think Woolly Tangle, the Woolly Tangle was doing the project bag for
Flower Power.
either Flower Power or the treasure chest.
Oh right, yes.
I can't remember which, and I apologise completely because I went on and I didn't buy what was for them anyway. I donate pattern sales. But I saw this beautiful bag, Songbirds it was called, and if you know anything about me, A, I can't resist a lovely bag, and B, if it's navy blue, it's got my name on it. And it's just white inside, but it's quite thick and will stand up on its own, and it's beautiful. And I'm going to be able to use it now, I've shown it. Yeah, so it's the Woolly Tangle. We'll put their details down below. And I thought, while I was on there, they were actually very reasonable price. I think this is like £14. So, of course, you have to buy some yarn to get free postage, or maybe it wasn't even free postage, but I saw this and I just loved it.
Yeah, it's unusual colours, isn't it?
And it's called Winter River. And it's $75.25.
Pull the label down and show that greeny bit. Bluey greeny bit. That's just so lovely.
It's 75. It was just sock, superwash merino sock yarn. But yeah, just absolutely gorgeous. So, little treat to myself. Is that one? And that's her logo. woollytangle.co.uk.
When I was looking for the different double pointed needles, I got them from Wool Warehouse.
On a wool,
and I've been looking at this in Wool Warehouse, don't know, so many times. It's the Chester Wool Co. and it's their yak. It's called Tibetan 4-ply.
is it yak?
And it is 60% superwash merino, 20% silk and 20% yak.
Oh right, nice.
Look at the drape on that bad boy. And I just love this colour. Undyed, just love it. And I got 2 of those to go into my undyed yarn stash. One day, maybe a Cecil.
You're a nutter.
But no, look at it.
It's lovely, Jo.
And it's so soft, feel that.
Oh, it's beautiful. I can attest.
It might
It's
become
beautiful.
it might become a tea
Beautiful.
with some navy blue
Colourworks. Or something.
And then I also bought this.
How many pairs of DPNs did you buy?
2 sets of DPNs and the wooden needles. And then I also bought this.
When did you buy that?
Which is drops.
Really?
Yeah, I wound it into a
That's a
drops.
stunning colour.
Yeah, and it goes with this for the Morris. So I'm going to add that in with the
That's your Morris, your mohair dare.
that's going to be added into the Morris lace.
Yeah.
On the cowl. But I kind of need to know I'm going to get out of one skein.
Yeah.
Before I start, so I might have to finish that one.
Yeah.
And if not, it'll just become something else, and that will be the Morris cowl. And then I made myself a little stitch marker to go with it.
Beautiful.
Making stitch
That's
markers.
beautiful. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do one of those for this, because that would be like a flower.
Oh, I'm gonna have that one.
Have
Then.
you got more?
Yeah.
Cool. Natalia, you're getting this stitch marker as well.
Yeah. So
I'll attach it to the yarn.
That was my Wool Warehouse acquisition.
Right.
And I've got
One more.
got the saga. Have you got any more?
I've got more.
Right, you go again then. And then I've got a big saga on the next one.
Oh right. So I do both of them then.
Yeah.
So I purchased, because I could not resist, some Christmas at Barbies from Birdstreet. Which is just...
She does this. No little message. Jo, would you like a skein of Christmas at Barbies?
I'm sorry, and I'm so worried that I'm not going to get it.
Yeah.
That I'm going to get cart jack, because that's happened to me on Birdstreet Yarn. That I pay with Apple Pay. And I literally...
Well, just buy two then.
You can't.
Can you not?
No, you have
Oh.
to add it to your cart.
Oh.
So literally, I'm sorry, I'm sure Claire, if they've got any left, you could buy one. But Claire sent me this beautiful mini.
Oh,
Go with it.
that's
It's a
lovely.
little surprise. So yeah, so that is definitely going to be my Christmas socks. So not sure which pattern I'm going to knit yet, but yes. Probably a Bridgerton pattern,
Yes.
because Bridgerton Sock-a-long will
There's
be
so many
occurring.
different ones as well. There's so many
And then-
different varieties of Bridgerton patterns.
Yeah, and then this yarn, I didn't really buy it. Sorry for the crinkling. It's, well, part of my pay from Botanicalyarn. So I am going to be taking part in the Lyco along that is being, so I've got 3 of this colour. It's my main colour. It's
What
a
colour is
Florence Sperling
design.
I think it says Alien on 1 and 2 it doesn't say. It says Alpine Bloom Tee KAL. So I just have to, they do look very similar, don't they? I don't do all that helical knitting and malarkey. So it's Florence, it's a sweater by Florence, her latest design, and it uses Rusamine, Estonian?
I think it's an Estonian technique.
Yeah, and these are my contrast colours.
Whoa.
So it's it's a colourwork yoke using Rusamine.
Has it got cables and eyelets as well?
I think it does, and I'm very looking forward to do it. I wanted to do like sort of mittens or something first to have a go before I start. So I might do that. I might cast on a mitten, and because Alex Bird, is it?
Oh yeah.
Does a lot of. She's got a whole book with liner, I think it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I've been looking at that mitten pattern of hers, so I'm going to have a little go first and then cast on. I don't, in all honesty, think I'm going to be finishing it to wear to Yorkshire Yarn Fest, although you never know, it's the end of November, but then...
You could depends what you start it, and if you like it, then you might get to the point where you do the yoke in a week, and then it's just your 30 minutes a day gets you the rest of it done. Then.
And I'm wearing it with my sleeves on a needle. No, yeah. So the night before Yorkshire Yarn Fest is November 26th, and the night before is a knit night or craft night with Florence Sperling. So everyone who's joining in the KAL.
Yeah. I'm not joining in the KAL.
Yeah, but we are hopefully going to Norway. Well, I'm hopefully going to Norway for a week. So if that was the only thing I took.
Yeah. Actually, why not?
Yeah. So that's
my last acquisition
is also botanical yarn.
It's also botanical yarn, and there's a little bit of saga to this. So it's Sophie's yarn for Flower Power, the Flower Power Fund, Marie Curie, Sunflower Plum it's called. And I ordered it on non-superwash merino, I guess, and mohair.
That's what I got.
That's what I got. I hadn't noticed that the shipping email had gone out because obviously you order it, Sophie has to buy it to order. And I hadn't noticed that it had been shipped. And I was working from home and I got a knock on the door and I went downstairs to open the door to the postman, who said, "I'm really, really sorry, but I've just put your a parcel through next door's letterbox by mistake. Next door is empty."
Oh no.
Because the landlord is selling it. 3 flats. It's all empty. He's selling the whole lot. So I was just like, oh, it's okay. I'll ring the estate agent. It's fine. So I ring the estate agent. They're based in Clevedon, which is a bit outside Bristol. And they're like, we haven't got any viewings. Nobody's coming up to open the door anytime soon. But we'll take your number. And when somebody comes up, they'll post the parcel back to your letterbox.
But it's yarn.
No, we didn't know what it was.
Right.
We didn't know what it was at this point. The postman was like, well, it fit through the letterbox, so it can't be that, it's not that big. So we're thinking, what could it be? I'd completely forgotten about the yarn.
Yeah.
So I messaged Chris and I was like, did you order anything that would fit through the letterbox?
Yeah.
And he's like, the only thing he could think of was his race number for tomorrow, which he's not doing because he's got a bad cough. So I was like, and then he said, then I saw the email with the thing and I realised it was yarn. I was said to the person at the estate agent, oh, you know, it's not life or death. It's not anything that's going off. Yeah. But if somebody could come and rescue my parcel, that'd be amazing. So this week, they posted it through the letterbox. So it's only at 2. It was a week and a half abandoned in the
show you.
But it's really lovely, and I don't think I'm going to use it together. I have 2 skeins of pampas grass in the non-superwash, and I'm thinking that I might knit a stripy tee or stripy. I could probably cut a push. I might be able to get a sweater out of 3 skeins.
Lovely.
A material girl or something.
Definitely.
I think it'd be lovely with like that sort of pale
and then like a bit
neutral.
more between the stripes. Yeah. A bit more.
And not colour work. I don't want to do colour work again. Not for now. And then the mohair, who knows? This is beautiful.
Yeah, it is beautiful. Right.
I love me a murky green. So that's all the acquisitions. What have we got coming up in the next couple of weeks? So me and my husband are staying in Oxford in a hotel tonight because he was meant to be running a half marathon tomorrow. The hotel is non-refundable. So we're staying in the hotel. We're all going out for dinner.
Yeah.
Rachel and Mark will come back. We will stay in the hotel. Then we will look around Oxford until the roads open tomorrow and we can get out and come back.
Because we will not be going anywhere near Oxford tomorrow.
And then the weekend after, you've got friends coming. I'm going to see my friend's new house. That'll be exciting. Yeah. Then the weekend after that, I'm going to the No Frills knit social for the No Frills second birthday of the
Very exciting.
the birth of the shop.
Yeah, so if that's your local yarn store and you're interested in, have they got tickets left?
They had some tickets left when I spoke to Meg in the week. So yeah, so I'm going on my own. I know Meg, and I can't remember the lady's name who works in one of the ladies who works in the shop, and I know Jackie the woolly badger, but I don't know many other people. But I think knitters are fairly sociable people, and
you'll have a good time.
you'd have a good time. It's a meal. The tickets are £30, but you get a 3-course meal in that. And people.
Have you been to the place before?
No, I haven't. But Meg was saying the food was amazing last time.
Yeah.
So really looking forward to it.
Sounds
And then
lovely.
fluff. The next weekend we meet up again.
Yeah, and we're going to Oxford Yarn Store. Birdstreet Yarn are having a pop-up
So that's
trunk show, or trunk show.
The 4th of November.
But, yeah. So if you're in the Oxford local area, come along to that.
So we're doing that. And then the weekend after, we're going to Norway.
Yeah. Hopefully.
And then the end of the month is Yorkshire Yarn Fest.
Yeah, hopefully I'll be given the all clear this week to fly again.
So Yorkshire Yarn Fest will be our last yarn festival of the year, won't it?
Yeah.
And there's a flock in between.
I'm not going to flock because it's the day after I get back from Norway. So the only way I could go is if Jo came to get me from here, and she's not going to do that. So
I might have missed you for a week, but we'll see.
So yeah,
maybe 2 weeks, when I might have seen.
So we've got some, and I'm really looking forward to buying some Norwegian yarn.
Yeah.
So that's exciting. We might even take some footage and
don't expect anything amazing.
Show you where we go.
Yeah.
Yeah. But we will definitely podcast in between.
Yes.
Before then. So look out for that. Hope you've enjoyed this ramble.
Sorry, it's been a bit of a mess from a tech.
Yeah, we're not technical at all. And hopefully you can see us and you can hear us. That's our level. And thanks. Also, I should say just thanks to everybody who commented last time on my good news and my health good news. And yeah, I'm doing fine, doing great. And I'll be even better once I have 2 eyes that see the same way. Quite looking forward to it. And if anyone is waiting for cataract surgery and is a bit scaredies, it's so quick and so simple. I guess simple, it doesn't sound simple. Eyes are very important, I understand that, and people. But yeah, and when you open your eye and you can see, I know that everyone says that, but it's like, whoa.
Well, when you've had glasses since you were
11.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I won't need glasses anymore, apart from when I'm looking close up. Yeah, trying to read a menu, as we found out last night. Yeah. So yeah, brilliant. Thanks for
watching.
Thanks for joining in the KALs.
Yeah.
Join in if you haven't. Subscribe if you liked us and you haven't subscribed
Just go and get some cheap cowl patterns.
Yeah, go and get some of our patterns. That runs the whole way through the KAL. Yeah. So even if you bought one on the last day,
we've probably got every style of cowl.
Yeah. And yeah, and have a look at our Ravelry group and join in the chat. We're not very good at chatting. We should go on and chat about KALs, I think.
Yeah.
You should go on and chat about KALs.
Okay.
I've been on.
I've been on.
Okay, have you?
Yeah. I haven't written anything, but I've been on and had a look. Anyway, this is just getting silly now.
Yes. I'm trying to get to exactly 1:30. No, I'm joking. Cool. Well, take care, everyone.
Yeah.
Until the next time, happy knitting.
Oh, I think we need to do it now. We've got 30 seconds. What can you say in 30 seconds?
Has anybody cast on, let us know in the comments below, there's no prize or anything. Has anybody cast on the Edwina cowl and what do you think? I was meant to cast on a second one, but it just hasn't worked out with my current knitting obligations. So I might not even knit one in that yarn. I might knit something different.
And
happy knitting.
Bye.
Happy knitting, everybody.